The winter is coming to an end in Wisconsin, even though there's lots of snow still around. But it's kind of a nice day today, although when the wind blows you can still feel that it's cold, and all the snow melting keeps it from really warming up and being nice. But we're pushing 50 degrees, which is pretty dang good for Madison, Wisconsin on March 1st. And they always say that it's not the bitter cold and long nights of January and February that make Wisconsin winters so horrible. It's the 100 days of March. And March is brutal at times. But today, that's not the case. So that is really Wisconsin right there. Sis is wearing shorts because it's the nicest day you've had in a while. And Graham's got his t-shirt on, right? And I'm cold. I'm thinking I should have worn my windbreaker over my sweatshirt.
Poor old man is cold. Scarf on, old man.
I guess hello. We don't have a normal nomadic video today. I try and post one a week, something like that, depending on what we're up to. That's my granddaughter's mosaic artwork hanging on the wall. She just turned 10 the other day. But we're here in Wisconsin, and we left the RV down south rather than drive it up here. There really isn't anywhere to park it, this time of year, unless we're in a parking lot somewhere. But we came up to Wisconsin because years ago, like almost 7 years ago, a couple that I knew and that we occasionally would have happy hours and whatnot with, asked me, I had mentioned something about being an ordained minister or getting ordained or something like that, and they are not particularly religious, and they asked me if I would be the minister officiant for their wedding. And so, I promised that I would do that. And, probably 5 years after we had that conversation, they got around to getting married on Leap Day this year. And I've got to tell you that it was such an honor, and this is the second time I've married a couple, and both times it is truly an honor to be involved in somebody's, a commitment to the love of their life, and it's a little, I'm a little nervous, you gotta, there's certain things that you do have to do to make it legal, of course, but, I don't want to mess up the most important day of their life, right?
Do you take Natalie to be your lawfully wedded wife? To have? Who's got the license? I'm gonna, I won't drag this out too much. Sorry. At this point, I get to say that by the power vested in me, however mistakenly, by the state of Wisconsin, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
So anyway, it was a lot of fun, and Nick and Nathalie, it's great to see you guys, and fantastic that you're officially married now. I just love the fact that I got to be involved in that. And that was the reason that we came to Wisconsin. But while we're here, I made an appointment to get a couple of medical things taken care of that I've been putting off. I was supposed to have a colonoscopy last year, and I just blew it off so I could go up in freight trains. But the thing about, our medical system, first of all, if it were not for the Affordable Care Act, I couldn't have health insurance because I'm diabetic. So the only way I can get health insurance is by being employed by somebody else. And I much prefer to be self-employed if I can be. But along came the Affordable Care Act, and that made it so that Terry and I could do this nomadic lifestyle with health insurance, because otherwise you're really risking everything you have. So thankfully, we're able to get health insurance. But the thing about this deal of having to always have health insurance, because neither Terry or I are old enough for Medicare, that it really infuriates me. Number one is that in Wisconsin, the insurance options, they don't have a Blue Cross offered in the state, nor do they have a United Health Group, and it isn't anything to do with the Affordable Care Act. It's that these companies don't operate here. In fact, they don't operate in a lot of states. If you're lucky to have a Blue Cross or Blue Shield, it's really only for your state, but they have an agreement with the other associations for each state that has Blue Cross and Blue Shield to accept each other's coverage. So, you're somewhat covered nationally in that case. But in our case, our insurance considers anything out of the network of Wisconsin that's established in Wisconsin to be out of network, which means that yes, you get coverage, but it's limited coverage, and you pay the difference. So if you have any significant thing that you need done, or you have to come back to Wisconsin unless it's an emergency, and it's like, why? Why do we put up with that in this country? It's just ludicrous. It doesn't fit nomadic people that live nomadically, and I wonder what everybody else does. I know a lot of people are older than we are, and are fortunate to have Medicare, but I'm curious about it. What do you do? And so anyway, knowing that we were coming back to Wisconsin, I went ahead and scheduled these things that I needed to get taken care of, and so I can get it done now, because I don't want to have my summer affected. But anyway, it's I'm thankful, of course, to have healthcare. I'm very thankful. Where you're not risking your entire life savings if something happens to you. But anyway, that I would like to see it where we have some kind of national coverage where you don't have to even think about it. If you're on the road, you're on the road, And if you get chemo or something and pick out to want to do it where it's nice, you go get it where it's nice. Anyway, someday maybe we will have something like that. But in the meantime, it's we're off the road, so to speak, away from the RV, and it's been kind of nice. It's been nice to see family and everything. And there's one thing that I will say that I take advantage when we are staying away from the RV, and that is long showers. You can't fill up the city sewer, and you can run the hot water out, but that takes a hell of a lot longer in a house than it does in an RV. So, we're taking advantage of that kind of thing. But I'm ready to be back on the road in the RV. So anyway, that's kind of our update for the week, and thanks a lot for following along with us, and let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas on insurance if you're on the road full time. What do you do? Or are you just fortunate that you've got one of these national providers like United Health or Cygnus, or is it Cygnus? Whatever it is. But anyway, thanks for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.